in this part of South Asia, India and Pakistan, is primarily our understanding of the other. Because for India, Pakistan is the other, and for Pakistan, of course, India is the other. And both the countries are trying to perpetuate certain stereotypes of an Indian and a Pakistani, which is quite detrimental to a smooth and a good international relations between India and Pakistan. So the role and responsibility of the media in this context. Let me revisit my first example once again. Primarily also is to rise above certain quote-unquote national consideration. National in the sense, if we strictly go by the professional parameters of media, of truth, objectivity, balance, etc., which of course are quite debatable, because whether objectivity is completely possible or not is a major debate even in media circles. But media should be in a position to criticize its own government if our government is doing any mistake, is committing any blunder. So if media does not retain this autonomy and independence, then we finally resort to some kind of embedded journalism. So that was a term which came into currency when American journalists, they started identifying themselves with American soldiers when America invaded Iraq, Afghanistan, etc. I conclude with an appeal to all the students of international relations and the scholars of international relations, because I started saying that media would be completely dysfunctional if there is no politics, because there is so much politics that is being reflected in media, and sometimes, of course, the media critics also object that there is too much politics in media, being reflected in media, but so media can't exist without politics, and without media, politics can't exist. But my appeal would be, many times what we see in newspapers, television reportage, internet, they are primarily the reportage of events, and hence finally what happens and what happened, the reportage of the events. Many times what is missing is the context. So context is not provided, but merely the event is reported. Yes, Twin Towers were attacked. Yes, we have the issue of Kashmir. We have the problem of militancy. But what is the context of Kashmir? And possibly here we do bridge the gap between media and all the scholars of international relations. And my appeal would be, and that is my last sentence, that all scholars of international relations should provide this kind of a context for the events which happen, which goes a long way in sensitizing readers and viewers, so that possibly many of these issues connected with terror or any other dispute may be sorted out. Thank you.